This is actually a gift, and it's part 1 of 2 because the other one hasn't yet arrived. So, quick bit of context, it's for a friend's 30th, and it's a book from Louis Vuitton called Fashion Eye, and they have a series in different locations by different photographers. So I've gone for, as I say, 2 books. The first being Scotland, and the photographer is Alistair McClellan, and then Las Vegas. And I actually don't know who the photographer is, so I'll check that once it arrives. But anyway, the reason Scotland is because this is where both my friend and I met. We met at St Andrews at uni, and I'm a big fan of this photographer's work. And Las Vegas is somewhere that she's really keen to go. So anyway, I just wanted to show you a video because I'm so impressed with it, with every element of it. Came with this, which is lovely as it is for a gift. And then I got this. So the book came in here. And this is so gorgeous because look at the bag. It's got, I mean, I don't actually think that this is real leather. Maybe it is, you know. But just so lovely. And I'm so chuffed that I came across this. And anyway, so this is the book. So Scotland, Alistair McClellan. And then you can just see sort of the subtlety of the Louis Vuitton logo. And then the back is a lovely photo. And at the bottom you can see it says Louis Vuitton Fashion Eye. Just so, I'm Scotland, Alistair McClellan here. And then I got my mum to do her beautiful calligraphy. So in here it says, for all the places we've come from. What a lovely idea. I honestly couldn't recommend getting these books enough. Not only, you know, for yourself, but also just I think it's a beautiful gift idea. And then let me just show you. I'm so, it's just gorgeous. Like it's just so, I feel so passionate about it. So it's got a lovely sort of acetate cover. I don't really want to touch the book too much because I don't want to get fingerprints on it. But yeah, look, with different coloured acetate pages on different images. And that's kind of throughout the book. For example, let me see. For example, here, there's another one here that's red. Anyway, just, I'm really, really chuffed. I didn't expect it to be this beautiful. And just all the details with their packaging is just so satisfying. I was just waiting for this to dry, but it has dried now. So yeah, I'm going to put it away and just so happy with it. Just, I think she'll be really touched. Unfortunately, I did have to ask her because I couldn't find out from her friends, albeit I am one of her friends. I've never asked her directly, like, where's somewhere that you're so keen to go in the world? She'd just been to Japan, so that kind of knocked the idea of getting her a book on Japan. So yeah, anyway, so that's that video. So I have just quickly come on to show you the book that I got from Australia by the artist Bella McGoldrick. I got it on, so today is Tuesday. I bought it on Friday. I basically bought it less than a week ago and it's already arrived from Australia. But I absolutely love this artist. She's, as I mentioned, she's Australian. I actually came across her on TikTok. And yeah, like I've been on a deep dive into her work. She's a pencil artist, so like hyper realistic, kind of like what I was doing with, you know, I did drawings for Supreme and portraits and things, but she's on a completely another level, and yeah, it's her career, or, you know, her business. But yeah, I stupidly didn't, so she's got 2 books. The first one that I bought is called Mummy, and it's about her transition to becoming a mum of 2 twin boys, and also her art in between. And the other one, which I didn't buy, which I now have bought, is called Visa Issues. She basically was deported from the US because of visa issues and ultimately moved back to Australia, but it looks like she's living the most incredible life. And it just shows you, you know, at the time, I'm sure you see these huge big knockbacks or, you know, changes as really negative, but ultimately she's built the most incredible life from an outsider's perspective. But yeah, having watched her videos and things, she seems like such a lovely person. So yeah, let me just quickly show you this book. So let me take, there's stickers that come with it. So yeah, I just bought this from her website, Bella McGoldrick. So this is it. But it is so gorgeous. And then this is her on the back. And I'll just give you a quick, it's like this. And then I will show you some of her artworks. Actually, one of her pieces is my phone background. For example, this is a drawing. This, and they're just so beautiful. This, it's called Flash Sheet, like a tattoo. Is that focusing? I think the camera's overwhelmed with the the detail. So there's that one. I mean, it's just crazy. This. And what other, and then she's done some like really, really cool embroidery work, which is so fun, and it's kind of juxtaposing the babies and her youth, and it's the women in the martini glass and blah, blah, blah. Also, I suppose, sewing and sort of doing that needlework on pillowcases and things was quite an old-fashioned, yeah, like an old-fashioned housewife's hobby, but she's done her take on it and modernised it. Anyway, just, I love it. It's an edition of 500, and this is 490, so I was close to not getting it, but I would love to buy one of her works. At the moment, it's a bit out with my price range. They're about 10,000. However, she does do prints for around 600. So I'm just waiting for the right print to come up. And maybe I'll get it as a 30th. I'll treat myself, but we'll see. Anyway, and then, so yeah, with the book comes these little stickers, which are fun. I'm into all this kind of thing. And yeah, so it was actually through her work, I saw this Australian artist called Lloyd Stephen, who I've bought a necklace from him, also Australian, and it's so stunning, and I can't wait for it to arrive. I basically was between 2 sizes of chains, a 16-inch or 18-inch, and he said, I'll make you an adjustable chain. I get so inspired and so much energy from seeing other people's work and seeing really talented people who are really passionate. It really drives me, and I find it a really inspirational thing. So yeah, that's that. I've been kind of rambling. Yeah, I love her stuff so much, and I can't wait to have all my artwork not my own as in what I own, up and being able to do it justice, because albeit I've got artwork in my room, it's just not big enough to kind of display all the work. But yeah, that's something to be excited about and to look forward to. So yeah, that's that. The next video, it will probably either be the necklace or the second book. So if you watched the previous video from June, you will have seen that I got a pair of Vans. Well, I ended up returning them and I got a different pair and I prefer these, is the bottom line. So this is them. As I say, I'm so bad at showing things, but this is them. I love the contrast. It's almost like a sort of satin material here, like this, with suede. And then I was going to change these laces just to a plain lace, but I actually quite like those. I just think these are good summer shoes. I think they're just very versatile. And yeah, I think they're really nice. I don't think there's anything else for me to say really about them. Other than my awful way of showing you things. But yeah, really chuffed with those. Next thing is this Penhaligons, if that's how you pronounce it, atomizer. So this is it. Molly has one in orange, and yeah, I just got it in black because they sold out of the orange one, which she was delighted about because I was actually going to get that one. But this is it. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I have a fragrance allergy. So I never spray. To be honest, I don't use any fragrance products, but I have reintroduced perfumes, and I just spray I spray it on my clothes like once. But this Scoosh is so nice. And I also use incense. But yeah, this smells incredible. Molly kindly let me use one of her perfumes to fill it up. But yeah, it's really nice and ideal for travelling. And it's like this at the top. To be honest, there's not a huge amount to say about it. But yeah, just really nice, perfect for travelling. And it's got a nice weight to it. So that's that. If you've watched these videos before, you know that my things are really random. This is the next thing. This is Trackie McCloud. And it's a clothes patch. So I'm going to put this on the back of my jeans, just like on the back pocket, almost as if it were a label. But it's called an unlucky dip. And it just makes me feel really nostalgic because I remember these sorts of National Lottery instant scratch cards as a kid. So that's that. I'll go through these a bit faster than I usually do because, yeah, got 2 magazines from when I was actually in St Andrews, which is really, really random because St Andrews is not usually notorious for magazines. It was just in a W.H. Smith's, but got this L. This is the US May cover, gorge. And this, I could not believe it. This, absolutely incredible. I'm so chuffed. There was only 2 copies, so yeah, this will be cherished for the rest of my life. Just wait until I get them both to sign it one day. And this magazine, which I got from Ripe Magazines. This is W Magazine. I just thought this cover was so beautiful. Yeah, I think that's a gorgeous magazine. And yeah, that's actually it so far. That's it for July. One of the last things that I spoke about was Bella McGoldrick's book called Mummy. And this is actually her first book, which I ordered straight after the other book arrived, and I think I mentioned that she's Australian, and I think I ordered this maybe 4 days ago, and sorry, that little light is annoying me. Where's that coming from? Oh, it's my phone. Sorry, so yeah, I ordered it 4 days ago and it's already arrived. So this is her. She's much, much bigger. She's this size. And then this width. And yeah, it's basically her journey of being deported from the US, and ultimately she just had visa issues, and as a result, can never return. And it's her documenting the 2 years after her leaving. She then travelled around with her now husband. She travelled around the world, but also simultaneously continued doing her artwork. And yeah, it's so beautiful. So this is her signature. It's very cool. She's self-represented, and her and her husband work together, and everything they do comes out of their own studio in Australia, which I think is amazing. She's actually got a really cool YouTube channel. You should definitely check it out if you like her work. But yeah, it's so difficult for me to to flick through these books and show you at the same time. For example, it's a drawing. It's just things like that which just blow my mind. So yeah, beautiful book. I also watched a video of, she did a house tour for a brand, and her house is insane. I was saying to Molly, that is the dream. That is a dream house. And I was saying, when I grow up, I want to be her. We're the same age. So yeah. Anyway, everyone's on their own path, and that's all right. But yeah, I can't recommend this artist enough. And I think it's a fantastic gift as well. This could also be, yeah. So that's the first thing. The next thing is from Godshot in Shawlands. This is her. This is from Studio Arhodge. Arhodge, yeah. Let me just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, so this is from Studio Arhodge, but from Godshot. It's for both Molly and I. Most of the things that we buy, like homey things, they're collectively ours. But yeah, we were between this one and an all white one. I'll include a picture. And I was so drawn to this one immediately. Let me just show you. And I mentioned to the girl at the till, I said, we're debating between the two. I said, what do you think? And she said, definitely this one. So, and then it's just got the little stamp from, is that focusing? Oh, it's trying to focus on me. There we go. From the company. Yeah, it's a Danish brand. So yeah, I don't think there's many stockists of this brand in Glasgow. I think Godshot is really one of the only ones, but I just love this. I think I'm so drawn to this because it reminds me of a donut, like a glaze on a donut. Anyway, that's that. Okay, the next thing is this perfume, also from, sorry, I was just reading this, also from Godshot. This is actually for for our anniversary, which is next month. And I was going to just buy her this, but I wasn't entirely sure if this was the one she wanted. It's a perfume. So I'll move my face. This is a South Korean brand. Again, Godshot's so good because it does stock a lot of brands that otherwise are quite hard to buy in the UK, or you can buy, from South Korea, but you'd be paying, a lot yeah, it's expensive to ship from abroad. So yeah, just really lovely. It smells, well, you can see here, one of the scents is peppermint. Again, I need to cover my face. One of the scents is peppermint, and it smells incredible. So yeah, teal, and the brand must be, is it Fra 422? Fra and then 422. I think it must be. Anyway, so yes, that's that one. And then the next one is Naughty and Needless. And I've mentioned before, when I am PMSing, it's not good. And I do spend beyond my means and buy things which are just really quite unnecessary. So without further ado, so this is this one. So yeah, chic though, very chic. I'll give you a quick bit of context. This I saw on Peggy Goo's Instagram in March and was obsessed. Ever since I've looked on the Saint Laurent website and it's been sold out, I got in, and you know, you can sign up for, you get a notification when something comes back in stock, blah, blah, blah. So I did that, got an email saying it was back in stock, and so I just purchased it immediately, and it then sold out as soon as I bought it. So yeah, I'll quickly show you. But yeah, I do know it's mad, and I also, half of these things Molly doesn't see until she watches these videos, and sometimes she doesn't watch them, so that's ideal for me. So first of all, it comes in a nice, let me show you. So first of all, I got this, and then inside this, and which is kind of the norm when you order from a brand like this. So it's, I actually don't want to pronounce this because I'll absolutely butcher it, but it's from the store in Paris. It's a collab. I'm being so vague. You're like, what are you talking about? So vague. I will show you what this is in a second, but it's a collab with this brand here, Pearl Subota. Maybe you just say Subota Pearl rather than to Subota. So this is it. That's how it came. It did actually come with a bow and things, but anyway. So you open it up, and then I'm scared it falls out like this. Then that's just some information. Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, it's fine. I am awful. I think it's absolutely fine. Okay, that was so bad. So, I just could not be an influencer. So this is it at the bottom. Maybe I need to with a little fingerprint. Okay, and then basically it's just, as you can see, black crocodile, and then you open it up like this, and that's all it is. Okay. However, so basically it's an ashtray. I'm going to use it, and this is how I saw it used, for pills, as in not class A pills, as in pharmaceutical phenylphexidine. Basically my intention, and as I say, that's how I saw Peggy Goo use it. But it's very chic. So, and it smells gorge. But yeah, I'll just use it for like phenylphexidine, which is an antihistamine, and what else will I use it for? Omega-3, vitamin D, and vitamin C. That's all I use. I should probably actually just buy a multivitamin. But yeah, so this is it. So cool though. It's so cool. Anyway, okay, that is all from me. I have rambled, but this is over 10 minutes. I've got a couple more things, actually, exciting things to show this month. One is a ring that I'm getting made from Paragon and a necklace which is also coming from Australia. However, I may ask for both of those for my 30th, which I think I've mentioned before, and then some UVU running shorts and a couple of other bits. But anyway, I will show you them when they arrive. Okay, I love that juxtaposition. That is absolutely hilarious. I probably relate more to the Toy Story figurine than Saint Laurent, but anyway. This Polaroid book, so I'll show you like this. Okay, so the context of this is it's a photographer called Stills, Stills, like stay still. So I think that's the, yeah, stay still, as you can see here. Anyway, obviously, well, not obviously, you might not have seen, you know, football sticker albums, but I had them as a kid and I absolutely loved them, and I loved collecting like SPL cards and sticking them in a photo book. So this is his, as he's a photographer, this is his interpretation of a football sticker album, but instead of the stickers being football players, they are different different subjects that he's worked with, as in musicians, artists, actors, painters, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, you basically collect the Polaroids that come in this here, in these little packets, and then you stick them in the book. I amn't going to actually do that. I'm just going to keep this as a collector's sort of item. But yeah, inside it just looks like a football sticker album. But yeah, really, really cool, really clever concept. You know, it's like one of those things I thought, oh, why didn't I think of that? But even if I did, I wouldn't have executed it just for various different reasons. So anyway, I think it's really clever, really apt, obviously because of the World Cup. So yeah, really cool. You should definitely follow him on Instagram. Then the next thing is from UVU. It actually did come a lot nicer packed than this, but that's just me. I've already opened it. So the first thing is, because I think well, not on this video, I've mentioned on the other vlog that I'm getting back into running. I used to do marathons. When I say marathons, I did 2, but I did quite a lot of half marathons and 10Ks and that kind of thing. And got relatively fast for me, like the fastest and the fittest that I'd ever been, but became a bit too obsessed. And I know that running puts a lot of stress in your body on top of already being stressed. Anyway, that being said, I got these socks, which are fun. They do remind me of a highlighter. Like, I feel like they're the exact shade of a highlighter, and they will get dirty very quickly, but that's besides the point. I think they're nice for summer. And then these shorts, which I actually wasn't entirely sure on, they look better on than they do like this. Let me actually start. So at the moment, I've got these little orange shorts on. Let me just stand up. And maybe go back a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. So they will look like this, which are quite fun. I just feel like also, not only are they good for running, but they're also just good for like going. Molly and I have got a couple of weddings over summer, and also it's just really warm here at the moment. So not only are they good for running, they are good for just walking around. But yeah, really cool. So that's those, and that's everything. Peace. Called Hot Shoe, and is that it focused now? Hot Shoe at the movies. So basically, it's really cool. It's I got it from Right magazine, who I've mentioned before, because I got W magazine with Rihanna on the cover. So yeah, it's basically all the behind the scenes, not all of them, but from several different photographers on movies like Dune and Poor Things, that kind of thing. But really lovely imagery, and yeah, I would love to do this kind of thing where you're taking the images on set of a film. Yeah, but just beautiful, like really cool, much more artistic. And then they're not too posed or contrived, because they're just in the moment and you're kind of just capturing the action. But yeah, really beautiful. So I've mentioned, and these are the different photographers. I've mentioned, yeah, Right magazine before, but it's really, really cool. So yeah, that's that. The next thing is the ring that I think I've mentioned. This is basically from Paragon Diamonds. I think it's just Paragon. It comes in this little red box, which is lovely. And this is it inside. Is that focusing? Let me take it out so that I can show you. But it's so beautiful. So it's let me try and cover me. And maybe it might, I think just there's so much light. I'll put up a picture, but basically it's, maybe this might be better. Oh, there we go. Not my own design. It fits so well. It's not my own design. It's from Aim Leon Dore. It's the original design, but I kind of go along with Virgil Abloh's philosophy of, if you change something by 3%, it's technically yours, because everything really is an iteration of what's come before. I don't believe anything is completely new. I think you can sort of push boundaries, but I don't think, but you're basing off of the knowledge of you've learned from something before. So it's nothing's like so, original. Anyway, I digress. But it's, Aim Leon Dore is the original design, but I've tweaked it, and I'll put a picture of the original. I have this sort of brushed gold, so there's a nice contrast between the shiny polished gold and the brushed, and then rather than coloured diamonds, I've just got natural diamonds. I don't know if you can really see. Yeah. And also the other one was humongous. Like, I think it was a huge, big, it just looked a bit too garish, but I loved the design of it. But yeah, really cool, and just a perfect size. But it's gorgeous. Yeah, really chuffed. I think it's really, really cool. And definitely an everyday kind of ring. I've got my other ring, I don't have it on me, which I wear every day. And then this one. I'll make this really quick because there's not actually a huge amount to see. So it's this GQ US cover, obviously with Tom Holland, and it's, I'm not going to open it. So this is maybe a bit crap, but it's kind of inside. I've seen all the imagery and it's so beautiful for the making of the Odyssey. And I feel like it's a bit of a collector's thing. I'm quite funny with these things. But yeah, I think I'll keep it like this. But anyway, so that's that. Anyway, I hope that you had a lovely month and hope that you enjoyed this. And yeah, that's it. And I shall see you next month for some more bits and fits.